In this episode, we're going to show you all the tools and techniques you need to know in order to make your images stunning. Hey guys, and welcome to Phlearn. My name is Nace, and you can find me on Phlearn.com, where we make learning fun. And I'm so excited about today's episode. We're trying out a brand new piece of software, which I really think has got a leg up on Photoshop. We're going to show you how to change the color of literally anything in Microsoft Paint. All right, guys, so here's our image for today. This is actually a pinup series that I photographed a couple of years ago, and you can download this exact image to practice today's tutorial. Now, I'm looking at this image and I'm like, yep, I like what we did. I just need a little bit more vibrant color in my photo. So we're going to start off by zooming into the areas that we actually want to change. And you can change any color this way. We're going to use our magnifying glass tool, and we're going to start off by changing the hair color of our subjects. So we're just going to zoom in. I'm going to right click to just zoom out just a little bit more, and there we go. We've got a great shot of both the hair. So let's go ahead and work on changing our hair, and we're going to be using the brush tool to do that. So first thing we want to do is we want to click on our brush tool, and we want to choose an appropriate brush. Now, there are a ton of options here. Like, Paint makes it amazing. You can choose from like millions of different types of brushes. We're going to go with the marker tool because I really feel it's the most accurate in Paint. So jumping over to my marker tool, here we go. First thing we want to do is click on our marker. Now, keep in mind the marker will have a little bit of opacity. So I want to change the hair color first of Monica here on this image, and we're just going to make it her hair black. So we want to go ahead and change our color to black. We're going to change our size, and I'm going to choose the large size here. There we go, and now we're ready to go. So just grab your mouse pointer and simply start painting right over top of your subject. Just really anything you want to change the color of. So you want to do a good outline first, and then come back in and fill in the details. If you go out of bounds a little bit, it's not a big deal. It most of the time will just actually make your picture look a little bit better. All right, we got some hair right down here. And come up right to the top. Oh, shaved off her cheek a little bit. You just kind of want to like fill it in and make it look like her cheek actually looks like that. Okay, cool. So our first subject is done. Next, we're going to change our next subject. This is Anya, and we're going to make her a redhead. I think it fits in this image. So let's go ahead and click on our red color here. Now, we have a few different options for brushes. We saw how awesome the marker works. Let's go ahead and switch that up just a little bit. We're actually going to be using the airbrush tool as well. Let's go ahead and make sure our size is nice and large. And the thing that I really like about the airbrush tool is you can really get some nice gradients in it. Basically, like the longer you stay in a certain area, the more paint you're actually going to be applying. So for instance, if you want to like really work on your shadows and your shading and really make it like super realistic, then the airbrush tool is the best tool for the job. And all you have to do is like, you know, you can see I'm going kind of quick here, and in any areas that you want just a little bit more color, just hang out for a minute. Just stay there. Check that out. Just stay there for a little bit more, and we've got some like really, really nice shading going on. So if you want to like really kind of like bump it up a notch and get a photorealistic result, then I highly suggest the airbrush tool. All right, we're almost done with that. Oh, man, that looks awesome. So you guys can see how easy it is to change the color of literally anything in Paint. We're looking great, but I did paint a little bit outside of the lines. So what we're going to do is grab our eraser tool. So I'm just going to grab our eraser tool. Again, we want to choose our... What's up? You gotta wear the Phlearn shirt. Oh, I got to wear the Phlearn shirt? Okay. Always be branding. All right, all right, all right. A Phlearn sticker on the back of the computer is not enough. All right. There we go. Is that good now? Do I meet the branding standards? Okay, so grab your eraser tool, and basically you just want to erase over any areas that didn't work out for you. So this little area, it's a little bit outside the lines. Just simply grab your eraser tool and erase it away. Not a big deal. Now it's going to erase away like the background and everything else in the image because there are no layers and stuff like that, but it's really not that big of a deal. If you need to just like paint this in with the right color, you can just simply go back to your brush tool again. There we go. Our brush is, yep, right there. Let's go down to our marker. And you can actually edit colors and choose a color from your background here. So we're just going to choose a color that actually looks like our background. There we go. Check that out. Exact color match. Hit OK. And there we go. We're just painting with an exact color match, which is really, really cool. All right, so you can see whether you're trying to change the object of like, like someone's hair, if you're trying to change that color, or if you're trying to like fill in a new background, Microsoft Paint really is the way to go. All right, guys, we're almost done with our photo. The last thing we want to do is write a little message to make sure that everyone out there knows our love. So let's go ahead and grab our, we're just going to grab another color here. We're going to choose a nice brush here. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit larger. There we go. And we'll just give it a big message so everyone knows that we love our paint program. I heart paint. Beautiful. Okay, guys, now we're going to go ahead and retouch the eyes. Let's zoom in here. We would just want to zoom in. There we go. They're not quite where we want them to be, so we're just going to grab our, you know what? We're actually going to start with our pencil tool and change our color. We want this to be white to start with. So with your pencil tool, simply just paint white, like completely over the eyes. There we go. That's just a little bit there. Beautiful. And then go ahead and just paint in your own eyes. So we're just going to grab our black. There we go. Yeah, this is looking really good. I'm going to just leave a couple of these spaces like open, and that's going to be like reflections in the eyes. All right, let's go ahead and do the other one. So we just want to grab our white. Really nice. So anytime you're dealing with like a very small area of detail here, you really want to be using the pencil tool. All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch back to black and just paint in the eyes. All right, I highly suggest doing this on most of your images because honestly, like cameras are, they're pretty good, but they're really never going to match the quality of hand-drawn art. So I highly suggest doing this with your images. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom out and see how that looks. So we're going to use the right click here to zoom out. Yeah, I think we're looking much better. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. And the last thing we're going to do, just a little bit, maybe we'll apply some makeup onto, she already has lipstick on, but if you just want to change the color of lipstick, let's go ahead and grab the appropriate brush for this. Yeah, crayon is really where we want to be. That's just a little bit too large. Let's go a little bit smaller. There we go. All right. Beautiful. Just crayon that right in. Let's go with a smaller size crayon here. There we go. You can see it gives it like a little bit of like speckling, and that makes it look super realistic. And lastly, we're going to do a head swap, and this can be really, really helpful, especially like a lot of the times you'll take a picture of someone that like everyone's like looking exactly right, and like little Timmy's got his eyes closed, and you're like, oh God, okay, so let's find an image of Timmy, and with his head actually, he's smiling with his eyes open, and we need to replace that. So in this case, we're just going to switch heads because we don't have another photo, but it's going to be super easy to do. We're going to start off with our selection tool. So let's go to our select tool. We're going to go to our free form selection, and basically you just want to create a line right around your subject, and make sure to just get their head. This is, just for head swapping, we want to make sure to just get their head. All right, I got a little bit out of there, but it's totally okay. Okay, so after we have the head, you basically just click on it, and you can drag the head into a new location. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and rotate our head back this other way. Okay, we're just going to stretch it, flip it. Let me right click, and we're just going to rotate. Oh, here we go, flip horizontal. There we go. We're just going to flip that head horizontally. Now I'm going to put it right down there just to like store it for a minute because I've actually got to get this other head. So let's go ahead and select the other head. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, I was doing the hair too. Let's go ahead and we're going to draw a new one. There we go. Let's go right around. All right. We're going to go up and around in this area. Okay, now once we have this head, we simply grab it. We're going to right click and go down to flip horizontal. There we go. And you can even rotate, which I think is really, really cool. So we're going to right click here. We're going to rotate, and we're going to go 90 degrees. That's a little bit too much. Let's see if I can rotate it less than that. And it doesn't look like we can. Okay, so we'll just put it back right. Yep, there we go. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Okay, cool. So now we just have to grab the other head and put it back. So let's go back to our select tool. We'll just grab the other head. There we go. And put it right back on the other subject. So in this case, obviously we're using two different subjects, but you can most definitely use this to replace, from one image to another. Okay, now we have a little bit of area here in the background, not at all a big deal. Let's just go ahead and grab our brush tool here. We're gonna just use a regular paintbrush in the largest size. There we go. Let's go ahead and use a marker that'll let us get a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm gonna use my eyedropper tool to simply select the color in the background, and this is so cool. I can just simply paint in my background. So it's not a problem at all. Like if you have an area where you just like cut out someone's head a little bit too far or whatever, and you just paint over the background, it's not a big deal. Just use your eyedropper tool, and you'll be able to completely paint in your background photorealistic. There we go. Let's just fill this in. We got a couple polka dots here on the shirt, so we're just gonna fill those in also. And then honestly, earlier we were doing changing the hair color, but if in this case, you can just add to hair too. Like if we wanted, let's say oh, you know what, I think she'd be really cool with long hair. Super easy to do, just paint it in with the same color, and then she's got long hair. So really, really easy to do. Let's go ahead and grab some red here and kind of fill that in. Cool. That looks really, really good. And then we're just going to make our size a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead and grab our eyedropper tool and get the color exactly from these dots, and then we can just simply paint those dots back in on top of her shirt. There we go. Let's go ahead and just go to our regular brush tool. There we go. So we just paint these dots back in the shirt. All right. Cool. So we can see, basically you can't even tell that, this wasn't the original photo. All right, let's go ahead and grab that color and paint it in there. Just kind of fill in the neck here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and fill in the neck a little bit there too. Okay, cool. And I gotta say, this is not the most horrifying image I've ever seen in my life. Or maybe it is. We'll just fill in the rest of the neck here with that color. Cool. We're done, guys. So that's a quick and easy head swap in Microsoft Paint. That's all you need to know. So now that we're done with our image, let's go ahead and send it off to the press. So we're going to go to File, down to Save As, and you're going to want to make sure to click on BMP. That's going to give you the highest possible quality. So BMP picture, we'll just call this Pinup Final 2. There we go. And keep in mind, you guys can download the original image here so you can practice your photorealistic editing skills on your own. So Pinup File 2, let's go ahead and hit Save. There we go. And let's send it off to the printer. Our image is hot off the press. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, dear God. That's got to be the most beautiful thing we've ever done. So if you're looking to do a photorealistic retouch in Paint, guys, this really is the way to go. So you can download this exact image. All you have to do is click on the link right down below. You can download this image and submit it. We're actually going to be giving away a free Phlearn Pro tutorial. Just download your image, do your edit, and then hashtag it with April Fools. Guys, thanks so much for watching today's episode. Be sure to download those images, hashtag them April Fools, send them in to Instagram or Facebook. We're going to be keeping an eye out, and we'll post the most amazing photos to our social media channels. Thanks so much, guys. I'll Phlearn you later. Bye, everyone. You literally can't undo, can you? Oh, there's a button for undo. Like some calisthenics in the background. Take your shirt off, Seth. Come on, give the people what they want. Did someone say this actually looks good? Just stunning. What a silly thing.